So, quick update on why I haven't uploaded. Big family issues have come up, which is why I haven't uploaded as much as I thought I would be by this time. So, um, it's not exactly what I had in mind going into the new year, but I am currently obviously not in my normal room. I am helping my grandparents out right now, so I'm in my grandpa's office because it's the only space in the room that's quiet, and he's not in here right now. So, two things. Um, and these are some things that I didn't know about myself, but someone who has the three letters S, J, and W typed behind their name have told me this, so I figure I might as well let you know what I didn't know about myself. I'm a woman hater, and I'm a white supremacist. Truth be told, I do hate women. In case you can't see, it's actually Wonder Woman. So, that's a joke. Never mind the fact that my best friend, which you guys have actually seen on this channel, is a woman and a Mexican. So, screw that person, whoever, I don't know your real name. So, that's the first thing that is on this topic today. I had planned to have notes for my first video, but like I said, all that kind of got pushed to the side. So what do I really want to talk about right now? Big news for all of us right now, any of us nerds. Percy Jackson and the Olympians got greenlit by Disney Plus. Yes. So they'll be moving forward with that. I am super excited for this. Just again hoping that they don't make it politically correct in ways that it doesn't need to be. Just stick to the books, and you'll be fine. Speaking of TV shows, Amazon's Lord of the Rings is absolute garbage at this point. It's not even out, but it's garbage. Discount Game of Thrones. This has kind of been beaten to death, but I'm saying it because it's true. It's going to be a discount Game of Thrones. Now, I didn't watch Game of Thrones because it was just too adult driven. I want to watch a show that's actually based in a fantasy world instead of a show that's like based on having horizontal dancing. That's gonna suck. And there's all sorts of stuff surfacing to the top right now, like, excuse me, Tolkien fans, black people exist. We know you do. And yay. The world is all the better for having people of color. But guess what? We're all people of color. Am I white? Yes, but that white is still a color. So, shut your face. Women exist. Yes. Yes, they do. Every human that is alive is a direct interaction of a man and a woman, having relations. So, yes, women exist. And they exist in Tolkien's world too. And if you don't buy into the fact that Galadriel is one of the best characters in the entire movie series, or the books for that matter, even though the books are so hard to read, we just don't want to. Shut up. If you want to be a fan, be a fan. If you don't, go away and the world would be a better place. Eowyn, also an amazing character. Much better in the books or the extended version of the film, but still great character no matter what. Arwen, we all know Arwen. She's great. She's amazing. Books, films, everything. So, stop whining and complaining that your skin color or your gender, your non-binaryism, or whatever part of the alphabet soup community you're from, stop whining that those people don't exist in The Lord of the Rings. Because, guess what? Lord of the Rings is a fantasy world where elves exist, dwarves, hobbits, goblins, orcs. No, orcs are not black people. You stupid idiots. No one ever said that Sir Ian McKellen was the worst part about that franchise because most people agree that he was the best part of that franchise. There's a wide variety of things that are great about that franchise, and Sir Ian McKellen is one of the absolute best. This has all been kind of beat to death by everyone out there. Just Some Guy, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic. Shout out to all of you guys. And, RK Outpost. All the people that are actually fans. But here's something that I'm going to deviate from those folks about. I'm not really sure what Just Some Guy's take is on many of the Marvel films that have been out recently. Black Widow sucked. I was super psyched for that film. Did not deliver. Marvel dropped the ball twice on giving Black Widow a proper send-off. And then I don't even want to think about the rest of that film because it was pretty much garbage from the first 5 minutes in until the end of the film. Yeah, garbage. I haven't even bothered to watch any of the Disney Plus shows because I know that Falcon and the Winter Soldier has gone woke. Hawkeye was a bait and switch. What If is kind of garbage from what I've heard. And I don't want to spend money on that. When Percy Jackson comes out on Disney Plus, I'll spend money on a subscription, and that's about it. And I might watch those things when I have that subscription, but, other than that, I don't really care. And then, let's see, The Eternals. I don't even really know what to say about that movie. Upon first viewing, I enjoyed it, and I let it sit for a few weeks, and then a couple of months, and I saw it opening week, and here we are in February. I've had a lot of time to think about this film, and my first gripe with the film the moment I saw it was trying to jam too many thousands of years into a 2 hour and 30-minute film. Doesn't really work too well. And then obviously the SJW pandering, like, he's gay and he's black and they have a child to get. No one gives a crap. Especially people at Marvel. If you actually gave a crap, you would stop pretending that you care so much. If you actually cared, you would just let it enter the story naturally and let it develop. You don't need to be like, hey, we care so much. Look, there's gay people in our movies now. We're just so proud of ourselves for being aware of you people. No. Shut up. We don't care. If a character is gay, a character is gay. Nico D'Angelo is gay. That entered the story naturally. Is anyone really mad that Nico's gay? Not that I know of. So, all you people out there, shut up. We don't care about you. You're not a real fan. You are an SJW. So, moving on. Shang-Chi. I actually really enjoyed it. There was some MCU phase bore in it. Specifically the scene where Awkwafina's character, Katie, and forget the actress's real name, but the girl that plays Shang-Chi's sister, Zhu Shaolin. That scene where they're sitting there by themselves in just in a room saying, if my dad's not going to let me into his empire, I'm going to build my own. Cool. Have fun with that. Can we get back to the real story? Oh, wait, no, we can't because Marvel is fixated on the message that straight white men suck. And also, Asian men suck because they kind of treat Shang-Chi like crap in certain scenes of the movie in favor of making his sister look cool. Having said that, I still really enjoyed the movie. I love kung fu movies. I love old Jackie Chan type films. I do have a few problems with the actor Simu Liu, specifically with his comments about how Shang-Chi was the um, first film that a Asian person has actually been in to this extent. That's an incredibly disrespectful thing to say when you consider Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Lucy Liu, um, Benedict Wong, um, pretty much any other uh, Asian character you can, or Asian actor you can think of. And trust me, there are a lot of them. Have you seen Master of the Drunken Fist? That one's a really good Jackie Chan film. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. And don't get it dubbed, get it subbed, because it's actually a lot better that way. Um, and, go watch The Forbidden Kingdom, an amazing kung fu film with Jet Li and Jackie Chan. Just top notch film. And, pretty much any other film that Jackie Chan is in. Go watch the original Karate Kid films with not Jackie Chan. Go ahead and watch that one too for Jackie Chan's sake, but not Jaden Smith's. But go ahead and watch the original. Those are some great films. So yeah, Simu Liu kind of pissed me off with those comments. It's like, dude, come on. There have been plenty of Asian actors before you that paved the way, and you're being incredibly disrespectful to assume otherwise. However, that does not take away from the overall feel of the film. I thought it was a pretty good film, paced very well. There were a few nitpicks that I had about the film, but overall, it was great. Which brings me to Spider-Man. Not even going to speak. I'm just going to remember the entire film for the next 2 hours. That film was absolutely amazing. When I went to go see it the first time, my comic book loving heart was like, oh my gosh, this is a 10. My logical heart was like, oh my gosh, this is a 10. Went to go see it the second time. It got even better. My comic book loving heart was like, oh my gosh, this movie is like a 12, 13. Oh my, this was amazing. And then my logical heart also went like, okay. I see a couple nitpicky things in there. But let's talk, spoilers for, here until I stop talking about Spider-Man. Maybe. Um, 3, 2, 1. Aunt May's death. That was pretty intense. I really, really liked it. And I know a couple of my friends are like, that line was a little cheesy when she said it. I don't really think of it as cheesy. I thought it was great. Kind of got me teary eyed in the theater. And then we all know we all went going hoping to see the original Spider-Man interacting with our current Spider-Man. That was absolutely beautiful. Seeing Tobey Maguire back in his Spider-Man suit, seeing Andrew Garfield in his Spider-Man suit again, I absolutely loved it. Seeing all the original Tobey Maguire villains, the Andrew Garfield villains. Andrew Garfield, without a doubt, has the worst Spider-Man films. Spider-Man films out of all the Spider-Men. Well, no. I will say Tobey Maguire has the absolute worst film out of all of them. Spider-Man 3 was absolute garbage. But The Amazing Spider-Man 2, their writer sucked. I'm going to pour the nasty off of that. Whew. But seeing them all together just made me so happy. Live action Into the Spider-Verse. Speaking of Spider-Verse, the trailer for the new one looks great. Um, but going into this year, I hope to be making more videos. I will talk more about these movies probably in the years to come because they are setting up for further MCU collaborations. I'm just hoping and praying that She-Hulk doesn't really come into the movies that much, because I feel like if they do that, the way they're going to do it with Miss Marvel and the Marvels, Captain Marvel got sidelined in her own films, for crying out loud. Just no one's really going to be happy about it. So I'm excited to see the MCU move forward with the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, more Spider-Man films. I'm excited for that. And then, I'm just hoping that everything gets handled well. Other than that, I will have notes for my next video, and in that I will talk about the books that I've been reading, the books I'm gonna read. It was either late or early 2020 or late 2019 when I talked about Harry Potter, movies and books. I'm going through them again. I'm on a second reread. And then I'll probably talk more in depth about that in later videos because I have a huge announcement. I am currently in the process of trying to publish my first ever full-length novel. So I will talk in depth about this at a later time. That'll probably be its own separate video. But I'm going to make a video, planning on it anyway, going to make a video about the books that inspired me in this writing process, what I took from other authors because I like the way they, chose to do a certain scene or they chose to do a certain attitude of said scene. Like Harry Potter was very descriptive in the very first books. That's kind of annoying, but by the end of the book series, you're like, oh, I know exactly where they are in respect to this place because that was explained in such detail in the first books. That's not really my thing. However, the description of Camp Half-Blood is absolutely phenomenal. And the description of Camp Jupiter, likewise, is phenomenal. So, stuff like that where I prefer this writer's method over this writer's method. But, there are certain things in Harry Potter that I think that were done better than Percy Jackson. The only reason I connect those two is because we all kind of know that connection at this point. However, Percy Jackson is not Greek Harry Potter. Anyone that says so is just kidding themselves because they're totally different. They all have similarities, but, what do you want? So, I will be talking about more subjects in future videos. But this was more along the lines of I haven't done anything like I thought I would. So let me jam everything into, a 19-minute video. And I will be back soon. Also, quick shout out to whoever commented on my last upload. That was pretty awesome. The comment said, "Yay, you're back." And that really made me feel like that someone actually enjoyed watching me ramble for unedited amounts of time, which is true, by the way. None of my videos are actually edited. They're all one takes. Which you can see from the absolutely horrible editing, or lack thereof, I should say. So, thank you for that comment. That, kind of made my day, And I hope that you enjoy watching these videos from now on until whenever else. That's all for me today, and I will see you next time.